3 or 4 years back, I decided that I wanted to make a Mossberg Cruiser shotgun. And I decided to do this with a 20 gauge Maverick 88 because I wanted an inexpensive shotgun. I wanted something that I didn't mind kind of messing with a little bit. And this project started out, I believe, as a 24-inch barrel, plain Jane Mossberg Maverick 88 20 gauge shotgun. And this had a vent rib barrel, and I did some work to this. You can tell that the barrel looks a little bit weathered. That's because I removed the vent rib from it before I shortened it down to 18.5 inches. I put a Tacstar side saddle on it that holds 4 rounds. I also put a Hogue Tamer pistol grip on it. And this has been a fairly fun gun to shoot. It's one that I keep in the very front of my safe with some rounds in that side saddle in case I do end up needing them. Now, while this is still only a 20 gauge, I think people kind of misconstrue the fact that this still does have quite a bit of recoil. And the first time that I took this thing out to the range and shot it, as you see here in a minute, after a couple of rounds, I ended up smashing myself in the nose with the receiver on this. And it was a rather unpleasant experience. At least I came out of it unscathed with only my pride hurt and a little bit of a sore nose for a couple of days, but I did not get a bloody nose, luckily. Now, the reason that I ended up hitting myself in the nose was because I was actually foolishly trying to aim this. However, contrary to popular belief, a shotgun like this does not take out everything in its path if you hold it at your hip and just fire it and keep throwing that slide. You do have to aim a shotgun. So, trying to aim this thing correctly, it really was not that pleasant to shoot. And again, if you were going to use it at like 3 to 5 yards distance inside of a house, pointing it directly at a threat and shooting it, yeah, you could hold it at your hip and shoot it and it would probably be okay. But again, as I'm starting to realize, there's a reason that not a lot of people shoot pistol grip shotguns all the time, and why, people say that it is better to have a stock on a shotgun even if you have to sling it up over your shoulder when you're trying to clear a room in your house. So as I started to think through this process again, I started looking at different stocks online, and I came up with this old Choate Machine and Tool overfolder shotgun stock. Now, this is similar to the ones that the Remington 870 police shotguns had back in the day, although this one is actually a little bit better than the old Remington 870 ones. This actually has a solid steel bar that goes through the stock and attaches onto the pistol grip. And the shoulder piece on this one is spring-loaded, so it allows it to stay folded up, but it springs down when you need to use it. Here you can see it says Choate Machine Tool, Bald Knob, Arkansas. That's pretty funny. Well, I guess it's not funny for people that live in Bald Knob. Anyway, this is the Choate Machine and Tool pistol grip and overfolder shotgun stock, and this is for Mossberg 500. It's actually made for a 12-gauge shotgun. However, the receiver on the 12 and the 20 gauge is close enough that it will fit on there. So in order to put this thing on, I took the pistol grip off the shotgun and I had to somewhat disassemble the overfolder stock because you really need access to the bolt that screws in the back of the receiver. And again, you can see here all the components taken out of it. Not a big deal. There's just a couple of screws. You need a couple of Allen bolts to get it out. Then it's really just a matter of mounting the pistol grip and the frame to the back of the receiver on the Mossberg 500. Here you can see it mounted on the back of the frame. Now the pistol grip on this one, it's obviously not as nice as the Hogue Tamer one. It's a hard plastic, it's hollow inside, it doesn't have any finger grooves on it. It would have been cool if you could have put the Hogue Tamer grip on the bottom of this receiver frame. However, it really doesn't feel that bad in the hand, and because this has a stock on it, it actually will make it better to shoot. And here you can see the finished product with that stock bolted on the back of that receiver on this Mossberg Maverick 88 and folded up on top. Again, you can see that shoulder piece actually is spring-loaded, but it does allow you to fold it down flat. and this is a really handy package. The only thing I can say here, there's a little bit of a gap in between the trigger and the pistol grip, but it's not really a big deal. This thing will still allow you to shoot it as a cruiser model with just the pistol grip, or when you fold out that shoulder stock, it really gives you the ability to use this thing as a normal shotgun. And I will say, even though this is a steel stock instead of a wood stock, and the comb and everything on it is kind of weird, this is actually pretty nice to put on your shoulder and pretty comfortable to hold. So I haven't taken it out to the range and shot it like this yet. I will do that very soon. For some reason lately, I've kind of been on a kick of accessorizing my older guns. I'm trying really hard not to buy too many new firearms this year because I do have a lot of bills to pay off, and I have some other hobbies that are taking some of my time and money as well. So I am just trying to buy small accessories here and there and selling some of my existing accessories. I may even sell a few firearms this year. I think it all depends on how the year progresses. And here you can kind of see me looking kind of like an idiot, but showing the function of this. You just push the button and the stock folds out. You can either use gravity or flip it out with your other hand. And just to close it up, you push that button on the side, fold it down, and flip that shoulder piece back so that it lays flat on the top of the receiver. Still a nice, handy, compact package. So thanks again for watching another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. I really appreciate everybody joining me. My channel has grown immensely in 2024, and I look forward to where I can go in 2025. I'm almost up to 15,000 subscribers, and it would be really cool if I made it past 20,000 this year. So thanks again. Have a great day. God bless America. Support your 2A rights. Get out there and shoot. And you remember, if someone asks you to give up some of your freedom for the greater good, remind them that freedom is always the greater good.